Happy Friday. Good morning from Luann and Tim. Mornings with Luann and Tim. He's Tim. I'm not Tim. He's Tim. Yeah.
What if I just sat here and didn't speak? You'd be happy.
That'd be bad. That would be awful.
Luann?
Yes?
I got home last night from rehearsal. There was a boulder in my driveway in my parking space.
This is a tough situation.
It is.
Explain, please.
All right. We all know that the city has had a terrible winter.
Yes.
And we all certainly feel for the people who have had to deal with all this, the snowplow drivers and the guys that are...
And who still are.
Who still are doing all this. I mean, I don't envy the city, and I can't even imagine what it's done to their budget. So I'm empathetic.
Right.
However...
But...
So last night, our street was really, really a mess, as are many, with the moguls and the ice. And so the plows came by.
With the moguls?
Moguls. It was like driving over moguls. It was like,
I call those ruts. I thought moguls were like on hills. Ski hills.
Okay, only on hills?
Bigger.
I thought you could have moguls on a flat surface.
I think on the road they're too small to call them moguls.
You weren't on my street. They were moguls.
You and Keith were skiing down them.
No, poor little Mrs. Dufour was down inside one.
Madame Dufour, prends soin, call in the bin.
So, anywho's, they came with the plow, and now Bush Street is completely pavement again.
Nice.
Yeah.
Isn't that lovely?
The street's lovely, but our front yards, on the other hand, they literally plowed about 6 feet onto our properties and piled the snowbanks that had begun down to maybe about, 7 feet.
Yeah.
They're back up to like 12. I'm not kidding you. They piled, there's another 5 feet of snow on top of what was there. And it's all the stuff from the roads.
Oh, gosh.
And it's literally halfway into our yards. Now, I understand this. That's a picture of my house. Michael, that's pretty cool. Do you see the boulder that's in my parking spot?
Yes. And you see the tracks in the snow?
Okay,
had Tim's car been in his regular parking spot, the tractor would not have been able to come in. So...
And you probably can't see, there's a little black thing poking out about, 12 feet in from where that is. And that's my cast iron planter that stands normally 4 feet in from the curb line that I normally put my garbage pails in front of. So that's how they've gone about 4 feet beyond that. So they really... And it was the boulder. It was like, there's a boulder in my I guess it just rolled off.
Well, sure.
Stayed there. So I guess I'll be calling a city councilor.
Well, how?
But what am I going to do? What are they going to do?
Well, see,
come and say they're sorry?
But you know what? Maybe they'll come and
remove the boulder?
Take some of the top of the snowbank off. Because they've done that, right? You've seen that. They go along a side street or a main street and they cut the snowbanks and just throw the snow into a dump truck.
I guess my question was, where were the dump trucks? And because now all of that's going to melt into our property and towards our houses.
And flooding.
And they didn't even after doing all of that, they didn't even open up the sewer grates in the road.
Oh, gosh.
They're still covered. Like I say, I don't know what the solution is, but I don't think that's it. I don't think taking all that road stuff and putting it in our front yard is doing anybody any favors.
Well, that's a lot of snow. And like you said, my concern when you were telling me about the story this morning was it's going to melt. And where's it going to go?
Into our yards and then towards our houses, I guess.
And poor Madame Dufour, she's by herself. And you have someone across the street who's elderly, Mary. She doesn't need to have all that.
You should see Mary's front yard.
Really? Can you even see Mary?
I can hardly even see in Mary's living room window, and that's a consternation because I like to keep my eye on her.
You just got to watch out for Mary.
Anyhow,
So what's the solution, right? Like, what do you...
My solution would have been have a dump truck to go with whatever plow that was, and then lift it and put it in the dump truck.
So do you do that on every single street in Sault Ste. Marie, though?
That's
right?
expensive, but
that's expensive.
But there's landscaping. Like, I can't even think about the trees and stuff under those ice chunks and things. And anyway, this is part and parcel of where we live, I suppose, but...
It's a tough situation.
And when I was tired and I got home
and you were just like,
got a little grumpy.
Did you? You never get grumpy.
Yeah, I kicked Keith. No,
right in the shin.
Well, I wouldn't kick a dog, so I kicked Keith instead. I didn't.
Yeah, he loves you.
Yeah.
He does.
Hey, you got anything exciting to talk about?
You know what?
You always do.
I have a rumor. Lady Gaga.
You got somebody renting from you?
A rumor. I get it. It took a minute.
Anyway.
Lady Gaga and Jeremy Renner.
Wait, so is she or isn't she?
Well, that's the thing. They're getting very close. Apparently, it's not romantic quite yet. If you're not familiar, if you ever saw a picture of Jeremy Renner, you would know him definitely. He's in the Avengers. And he is 48. She's 32. They've been hanging out together, kind of very cozy with his 6-year-old daughter. So, and it's been about a month since she's been on her own after she broke off the engagement. So.
Took off that ring that was the ice skating rink.
Yeah.
But not pregnant, still not pregnant?
Oh gosh, I had
still not. Remember there was a rumor that Lady Gaga was pregnant.
Yeah, that's
not pregnant.
Yeah, no. The
because
second you have
there he is. That's the boyfriend?
Yeah.
I don't find him attractive.
What?
I'm not even kidding you.
Are you serious?
No.
What's wrong with you? You don't find him attractive?
Nope.
Stop it.
Don't like the face.
What? Oh, I can't even believe you're serious. He is so cute. Did you see the arms?
He's all yours.
Oh, thanks for that.
Arms.
Yeah, arms.
Yeah, that just turns into this later in life. Just give me a face that can last.
Good luck with that.
Hey, wait, now. Oh, R. Kelly.
Yes.
So,
this guy.
He's a piece of work, isn't he?
Oh.
So now, first of all, we got all the VHS tapes and the sex slaves and the underage girls. That's one thing. Mm-hmm. And then we've got the not paying child support, right?
That was like to the tune of $168,000 or $68,000.
So now here's the latest. He's crying the blues, saying, "Oh, I can't work. I gotta work. I gotta work and to pay my child support because
nobody will hire me because my wife has been bad-mouthing me.
And I have a contract in Dubai, and I need to go to Dubai to do my contract. I have an April 2019 contract that I have to fulfill because it's money, and I got to pay my child support. So you got to let me go to Dubai." So people did some research, and they couldn't find any bookings for R. Kelly in Dubai. But they did say that's not to say that it couldn't be a private club because there are a lot of multimillionaires and billionaires that live in Dubai, and
lots of stars have performed there.
Stars, and you go over to a private. It might be a private booking, but there's nothing advertised as far as a performance by R. Kelly. And so the interesting thing about Dubai in the United Emirates. Mm-hmm. There's no extradition agreement with the U.S. So if he were to get to Dubai and decide to stay in Dubai, they couldn't bring him back to bring him up to send him to charge him with for him to go to trial.
So he knows that obviously.
Yeah. So if the judge is foolish enough to say, "Okay, R. Kelly, I trust you of all people to go to Dubai and come back for your trial," how ridiculous would that be?
Well, how ridiculous would it be that R. Kelly would even go to the court and ask that question? Right? Would you do that?
And his lawyers are saying he's not a flight risk.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? He could.
This guy's so afraid of jail. He's crying in front of what's her name?
Oh yeah, he should be afraid. You know, Kylie Jenner she made the Forbes youngest billionaire, self-made.
Yeah. Yes.
And you know what she says? And I have to say that
she impresses you.
She does. And I'm not fond of her makeup so much, but she says she hasn't taken $1 from her parents since she was 15 years old. The business that she started was with her own money, and any money that she has in her savings account right now, there's no inheritance attached to it. So it's all self-made. Her money. So she went out and she got a manicure. You know the nails, the long kamasabas there, and had $100 bills put on her fingernails.
What do you mean? Put on?
Like a replica.
Oh, I thought you meant that they wasted money on her.
No.
They had little miniature $100 bills on all of her nails.
Yeah, it's very, very kind of cool because it's different angles of it and stuff. But yeah, can you imagine? A little pretentious, no? I'm just saying. It's like, what do you think? Would you do that?
I don't have nails.
No, but if you could put it on your forehead,
I don't like.
Had $1 billion.
I don't like the nails with the things.
No,
I'm not a fan of the French tip. Give me a nice French tip or a solid color.
Oh, he recovered because I have French tip.
No, I like French tip nails, and I like nails.
Solid.
I don't like all the little glitz. I don't like the diamonds and the studs, and that's not my thing.
It's
not
bit
so much.
Eh?
Yeah, it is. Hey, so happy Friday.
Yay.
Got a great show coming up for you. A couple of really great guests. Algoma Public Health is here to talk about healthy eating habits.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Come on, it'll be great. And Luann has the news, so we'll be right back with more Mornings with Luann and Tim after this. Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim and Lindsay. Hi, Lindsay Greco.
Farah.
Who's Lindsay Greco, do you think?
I don't know.
As do I. I knew it was Italian. But that's not even. Hi, Lindsay Farah.
How are you?
You can call me Tim Greco. I'm good. We only
Good.
worked together for 6 years. You'd think I know her name. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
So, you're a dietitian.
I am.
What's that? Is like a registered dietitian?
Registered dietitian.
Is there a thing that's just a dietitian, or are you all registered?
A registered dietitian is somebody who has their 4 years in university and then a 1 year of internship.
Who's the person that's in the chair watching us? Is she an intern from a dietitian program?
Yes, she's a graduated student and she's with the Northern Ontario School of Medicine doing her placement with us.
Is her last name Greco?
No.
I'll just keep trying till I find one. Hey, it's Nutrition Month?
It is.
That would explain why you're here.
Yes.
What you sent me some. Okay, what is this potential to? What is this whole like program thing, like messaging thing? Explain it to me, please.
So Nutrition Month is a campaign that's led by our national body, Dietitians of Canada.
Okay.
And its aim is to bring awareness to nutrition and then to our profession of registered dietitians.
Okay. Oh, look, there's a picture on the screen right now that has all the. Oh, now I'm getting confused because I would have said the food groups, but do we still do food groups?
This
Lindsay,
is
not
so our
Greco?
campaign. Our campaign this year is really focused on all the potential that food has. So
The potential that food has. Okay.
And
That's why the
so-
potential too.
yes, so the potential to fuel us. We have the potential to discover. So teaching kids how to cook. Food has the potential to heal us, protect us, and bring us together. And that's sort of the 5.
Okay, let's start with the first one. Potential
Okay.
to fuel.
Yes.
Can you define that a bit more.
So obviously healthy meals and snacks help keep us energized and help get us through the day. And a lot of us are very busy, so we do find that a lot of Canadians are snacking more.
Is that a good thing to not snacking?
I think depending on what the snacks are.
Okay.
So we're really trying to make people conscious about being aware of portion sizes and making
Right.
snacks healthy.
So let's just say when I grew up, it was 3 square meals a day, and then when I started getting older and working with a personal trainer and stuff, it became more like 5 smaller meals. So you would have a good healthy breakfast, and then somewhere between that breakfast and your lunch, you would have something. So that you're eating smaller amounts more often and your body can process that rather than sitting down and having like a large lunch and a large dinner. Is this something that makes sense to you guys?
Well,
or?
I think for snacks, it just helps to curb your appetite so that you're not overdoing it at the next meal. So if I don't know that everybody needs a snack, but if
Okay.
you're hungry,
Well, I was
then
one
we
of those
would
people who
want
had
to-
my metabolism, and he was like, "You got a fast metabolism. You burn
if
stuff
you're hungry,
off.
you
need
should
to eat 5 small
have a
things
healthy
day,
snack.
rather-
Otherwise, you'll overdo it.
Okay,
come
so
the
you're
next
talking
meal.
like little baby carrots,
Yeah,
apples.
usually we say even like a vegetable and fruit and a little bit of protein would be a good snack.
Let's talk about, you're talking about potential to fuel. Carbohydrates, fuel, right? Is that a fuel? But a lot of people don't like carbs. Is there any kind of definitive thing about what we do with carbs? Are they good? Are they bad? What's your take on that?
You want to choose whole grains.
Whole grains.
Whole grains, and they definitely have a component. But the new food guide, if you remember seeing it little while ago, is when we have our plate, we want our plate to be half vegetables and fruit, and then a quarter whole grains and a quarter protein. Whereas I think some people tend to maybe have their whole plate of pasta and maybe no vegetables and fruit.
So it's about balance.
Balance.
Balance and portion size. Portion size is really important.
Yeah, and whole foods. So we're trying to get away from the processed stuff.
Right. Okay, potential to discover. This sounds like the fun part of it.
Yeah, this one I like because it's we're really finding that children aren't having the food skills anymore to prepare and cook meals at home.
Yeah.
So if they don't have the food skills growing up, as they become adults, it's pretty hard to eat healthy if you don't know how to.
Why do you think that is? Do you think it's just because we're so busy these days? And
I think that's a big part
parents
of it.
are a lot, most I think, most households now are two incomes. Both parents are working.
Everybody's busy.
Kids are busy running around doing stuff, so we're not just sitting down and preparing meals together like we used to back in the 1950s and 60s.
That's right.
So what is this potential to discover is encouraging people to do what then?
To discover the kitchen with children and letting them
Get
learn.
back to that.
Yeah, and teaching them all of those important skills of how to plan and prepare, store, shop, cook, all of those different skills.
Shopping is a big part of it too.
It is, yeah.
Making sure you're buying, looking at the ingredients and saying, okay, no, too much sugar or too many fake things, not
That's
enough real whole foods, right?
And I mean, some parents can be scared to let kids into the kitchen, but you kind of just have to get over the mess and realize that there's many things that they can do at all different ages.
Right. Does APH offer? Do you have the community kitchen stuff still going on, or does that you run it out of Algoma Public Health, right?
We have run community kitchens, yep. And
that's an interesting way to get kids involved. I mean, I think some of the groups do cooking for kids.
We have a program called You're the Chef that we train community members. We train community members to be then able to facilitate that in their workplaces.
Right. Okay. Cool. What's another? May I turn your page?
Yeah. Go
to
ahead.
See the potential. I want to learn more about my potential. My food potential. Prevent.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's got to be. It's going to keep us healthy. Preventing.
Absolutely.
Illness.
Yes.
Okay. So, like what?
And basically, just that it's pretty amazing that the power of food is able to protect us from different chronic diseases. Lower the risk of developing those chronic diseases like type 2 diabetes, heart disease.
I've heard even sort of red stuff is good for fighting cancer. Things that like red peppers and stuff. For some reason, foods that am I lying now? I thought that there was something in red foods that was a cancer. Some foods are cancer fighters, aren't they?
Well, vegetables and fruit are great sources of antioxidants and phytochemicals that can help us prevent certain types of cancers.
I'll just set him up and you just hit him out of the park like that. How about that? Okay, potential to heal. Holistic.
Yes, and that is registered dietitians. We do have the potential to promote healing and managing certain conditions. So we're able to help people manage their diabetes, celiac disease, heart disease, all of those different conditions through food.
And the potential to bring us together would be sitting down together to share, to break bread.
Yes, and it's very sad how many people don't do that anymore.
It is, isn't it?
And there's lots of benefits to eating together.
You have to make the time.
You do.
Yeah.
You do, and there's lots of benefit for kids.
I mean, you know this stuff firsthand because you have young children. You and your husband both work,
and it's hard.
And you're involved in a lot of things in the community, do things for kids. So it is hard, but you know firsthand how to make it happen, though.
I try.
What's the bottom line? What do we want to know? What are the big message for Nutrition Month?
I think it's to prioritize healthy eating in your family and recognize that registered dietitians are your best source of nutrition information.
How do we find you?
You can find us on, we're at APH, but we're all throughout the community. You can actually search for us on the College of Dietitians of Ontario website.
Oh, yeah.
But you can find us in long-term care.
Algoma Public Health has a really great website too for people who want to learn more. There's all kinds of information there. Yep. You even offer recipes and stuff like that, don't you?
Yeah, and unlockfood.ca is another good website.
Unlockfood.ca.
Yep. and it's run by provincial dietitians, and it's got all kinds of information and recipes. And
Well, here's to all the dietitians out there who work in the hospitals and the nursing homes and the schools and public health units. Congratulations on the work you do and you continue to do.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on the show, Lindsay Farah.
Thank you, Tim Greco.
Thank you, Tim Greco. All right, listen. Eat well, eat healthy, eat smart.
Perfect.
Eat. We'll be back with Luann after this break. And thanks again to Ogama Public Health and Lindsay Farah.
Thanks, Tim.
Well, they might have gone up Schitt's Creek with...
Pardon?
Schitt's Creek.
Well,
the TV show.
good morning.
Schitt's Creek, the TV
Yes,
show.
yes.
They may have gone up Schitt's Creek without a paddle when they first started,
Yes.
but that boat has been navigated wisely ever since, and now it's coming to an end. The cruise is coming to an end
They're headed towards the sunset
on Schitt's Creek.
on Schitt's Creek.
Dan and Eugene Levy, father and son, have they decided from the get-go 6 seasons was it.
Oh, really?
They knew that they weren't going to do more than 6.
No
I did not
kidding.
know that. I just found that out today, actually. Yeah,
Oh.
no, they made the decision
6
before they even
seasons,
lost 6
imagine.
seasons of a Canadian sitcom. That's pretty darn
That's
good.
awesome.
A Canadian sitcom that has received international
Yes.
acclaim.
Yeah, absolutely. Some good talent there. And boy, don't they look alike? Father and son?
I know, yeah.
Oh, my word. Except the son doesn't have the brows happening.
Dan.
Dan.
Yeah, I think he plucks.
Or waxes.
Yeah, or weed wax.
Yeah, weed wax.
So they're going to call it a day. The sixth,
Wow.
one more season next year, and that's going to be it. And Catherine O'Hara.
Wow.
I wonder if she'll
she's-
just retire now because she's been working.
I bet she
nonstop.
can't. I bet you she's one of those
gonna keep
ladies
on
like
going?
you. You won't be able to ever stop.
No, because I'm broke. I'm going to have to drive a taxi till I'm 80 over the moguls in Sault Ste. Marie.
The moguls. You know what I wanted to tell everybody?
Everybody.
These pictures that we have in the back, aren't they beautiful? We want to put an invitation out to you. And if you have photographs that you absolutely love that you've taken, why not email them to us and we will pick some and put them on as our morning show pictures. And all
Don't
you have
send
to
me
do...
pictures of naked mannequin parties.
No. We'll get to that. All you have to do is email newsroom@superiormedia.ca. And we're looking forward to it. Just sort of put in the subject line, maybe photos morning show. Yeah, so send them in. We'd like to hear them.
But don't send a picture like this one. From
This is hilarious.
This is from Florida. No, California.
California.
Yes, Santa Rosa, California, the naked mannequin party. So don't send us a picture like this, please. This gentleman,
Unless they're real.
he put up a 6-foot fence around his house in Santa Rosa, California. Jason Winders did, and the neighbors complained because they said that's too high. The bylaw is 6 feet.
6
is too
feet,
high.
yeah.
You're at a corner and you're blocking traffic, and so they came down on him hard and they said, "You get that fixed, or you're gonna be fined every day until it's taken care of."
Ooh.
So he had a friend come over with a chainsaw. Look at this picture. There you go. Friend came over with a chainsaw and cut the top 3 feet off the fence and left the 3-foot fence. And then he went and got these naked mannequins and posed them on his lawn furniture. And the one standing up has shamrock pasties. And otherwise,
I think that's brilliant.
yeah. And he was just doing it for a joke to, to make his neighbors.
To sort of go.
But now he's leaving it because people are stopping and taking pictures.
I
It's become
betcha.
a huge famous
Absolutely.
thing. So, naked mannequin party.
You know what? The neighbors should add to it. Could you imagine?
That'd be fun.
Like
wouldn't
put
it?
a fake barbecue there and put fake hamburgers on the table.
Fake
and-
dogs and
yeah,
fake
beer.
animals out there.
Yeah, wouldn't
For
that be fun?
sure.
I would do that.
I would too.
Absolutely.
Jared and Ivanka are in trouble.
Again, still.
Apparently they've been using WhatsApp, which is like
Yes.
just a regular app for communicating major stuff from the White House. And
Well, he doesn't have security clearance, so it doesn't really matter, apparently.
the stories never end coming out of that place, do they?
Boy. And you know what? just heard a couple of days ago, reinforced again, because we heard it when he first started. Mr. Trump said that he asked one of his security people to have them removed. Can you find a way to get my kids away from me?
Really?
Yeah, he said that to one of his higher uppers.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, then you have more news coming up.
I have more news coming up.
Canadian news, local news, international news.
Yes, we've got all that you need coming up right after this.
Jim St. Jules is joining me in the studio on this happy Friday.
Thank you. You too, Tim.
Jim is the current secretary and past president of the Kiwanis Club of Sault Ste. Marie, the original Kiwanis Club.
That's right.
90 what?
93 years this year.
90. You look good. 93 years that Kiwanis Club has been around. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
And it's the pancake breakfast. There's pictures right there at the Sugar Shack. This has been going on now for...
Almost 20 years.
That's
Almost
great.
20 years.
It's... What is it about pancakes? Everybody loves pancakes.
I think it's the sign of spring.
I think so.
Maple syrup
'Cause it's
and
the maple
pancakes.
syrup?
Yeah.
Where's your syrup come from?
We get it from St. Joe Island.
You used to get it right from the Sugar Shack, but they're not making
Originally,
it
they used to do it there, and we would have the syrup made right there. And
So now
use
you
it.
just go down the line.
Now we get down the line.
Down the line to St.
Mountain
Joe's
Maple
Island.
Products.
What's it? Which one?
Mountain Maple Products.
Mountain Maple. Shout out. How many pancakes do you figure you go through? This is a 4-week event.
It's 4 weekends. Yeah. We start tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning we start
Yeah.
at the Sugar Shack, 5th line,
Yes.
9 a.m.
9 till 1 o'clock. Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday?
Yes.
Same hours both days?
Yes. Yeah.
For 4 weeks?
That's right.
Okay, how can you even guess how many pancakes you go? Do they keep track at all?
Well, you know what? It's something we always said we should do, but we never have. But
You're a little
I
too
know
busy
that
to
we
count.
go through 8 to 10 50-pound bags of mix through the event. We go through
8 to 10
sausages.
Oh, there's sausages too?
We have sausages, and on a good day, we'll go through 10 to 12 cases of sausages.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so you're paying, I think, what is the price? It's $10 for adults?
$10 for adults, $8 for seniors,
Okay.
which is 65 and over.
All right.
Children, children 6 to 12 is $5.
Only $5.
Yeah, and then under 5 is free.
Under 5 is free.
Yeah.
And this is all you can eat.
Yes, it's all you can eat.
So don't eat the night before. No, Lindsay Greco would, Farah, I did it again! Lindsay Farah would say, no, make sure don't eat before 8 o'clock at night. Don't eat after 8 o'clock at night, and then get up hungry and then go to the Sugar Shack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
so
we feed all, hungry or not, we feed them all.
and now tell me how much money you average will take in annually for this event, this pancake breakfast.
We'll generate probably netting after expenses maybe between 10 to 12,000, and that's our major fundraiser for our club.
That's a lot of pancakes.
And all that
syrup.
money stays local, Tim. Like
It does?
We do all for any of our charities and stuff that we sponsor. It comes out of this fundraising money. So it's
What kinds of stuff do you do as Kiwanians with the money?
well, we sponsor certain agencies like the Algoma Health for the baby time infant program.
Algoma Public Health for the early infant
development program, and then
yes.
we do the baby time program at the library. We sponsor that.
Yeah.
We have a couple of schools now that we have a builders club at one. And
What do you mean a builders club?
well, what it is it's the children from grade 6 till grade 8. They operate sort of like our Kiwanis Club. They have a president, a secretary, and they do service projects within their school or within their community.
Like a mini Kiwanis.
Yeah, and our hopes, Tim, is down the road that these folks will remember the name Kiwanis and then eventually join a Kiwanis Club, not just ours, but hopefully ours. We also have a K-Kids Club that is at the St. Basil's High School.
Yeah.
Our
Elementary school, yeah.
And It's the same idea, but that is all the children right from grade 1 right through to grade 8, and they join the club, and it's the same idea. They have meetings and they do special little service projects.
St. Basil's actually, we're doing a feature on them coming up next week. They have that, it's called the Leader in Me.
Yes, okay, well,
which is
they
a
may
really
even talk
cool program.
About,
So
they may even
that's-
talk about the K-Kids, and the teacher that's the facilitator is actually our daughter.
No kidding?
Yeah, so.
How long have you been a Kiwanian?
22 years, 21 years, sorry.
All volunteer?
Yes.
This whole event,
Yeah.
the whole pancake breakfast is manned by volunteers?
Yes.
Cooking?
Primarily our members. We do get some other outside agencies, like for example, Sioux College brings in their students because we sponsor their walkathon every year.
Oh, do you?
We give them some money to that, and they come out and help us in reciprocation. And we get other members from the public health that come out.
Who's that fella?
That was my previous years when I was flipping. Now I'm a sausage maker now.
You're in charge of the sausages. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
But we have 2 of those girls on the go, so you could see there was a fair bit of pancakes on there, and we just keep them coming.
and what about the serving? So it's kind of you line up, but you'll actually get served.
Yeah, well, you line
Sort
up.
of semi-buffet.
But you get your ticket on the way in, and
Yeah.
then you can the table or the plates and everything are set up, and then the servers are in behind, and they'll give you your pancakes and your sausages, and you can get a juice or a milk or
Juice
coffee.
or milk or coffee is also
Tea,
available, and
yeah.
that's all included.
It's all included in the price.
and it's all you can eat.
Yep.
And the other thing I wanted to ask you was capacity-wise. You've changed things up a little bit this year to make more room.
Well, we've changed the way that our tables run so that we don't end up with quite so many lines like this anymore.
Right.
Capacity-wise, I'm thinking we can probably sit 100 to 120
the
at a
Sugar
time.
Shack is that big in there?
Well, that one area off to the side, it's got a bit of an area, so we could probably get that many in there.
And you've reconfigured the tables now to make it a little more of a community event so that you're at
Yes.
longer tables.
Yeah.
No, it's no longer sitting, if there's a table of 4 and only 3 people are at it and there's an empty chair,
Yeah.
that causes an issue.
That's
this
right.
way, there's no empty
That's
seats.
right.
You can
Well,
just sit down and you can talk to your neighbors and the other people
Yeah.
who are chowing down.
Yeah,
And
everybody's there for the same reason, and it's nice now that they just feel comfortable to be able to just sit in and squeeze in where there's room, where before they would just kind of wait, and it causes great lineups, and we didn't
This
want
is
to
going
see
to reduce
that.
the lineups.
Yeah.
Also, if we were talking before the show, I said I'm the kind of guy. I'm more of a brunch kind of guy on
Yeah.
the weekends. So for me to go, it goes till 1 o'clock. So
That's right.
I show up around 12:30. Chances are
You're
there's
still
gonna be
gonna
less
get
of a-
fed.
Still going to get fed, but
And
there's less of a wait.
that's
probably,
right,
too.
yeah.
So choose your time wisely.
Yeah.
I bet you there's
We have a lot that come early too.
a lot that come early and repeat clients.
Awesome.
You
Yeah,
said you've got people who come back for every breakfast for the whole 4
we
weeks.
have some people that are there every day. They come in and they
and
come.
that kind of support is terrific.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah,
'Cause
we
you-
appreciate it.
It'd be nice to get past that $12,000 mark this
Well,
year, wouldn't
we
it?
keep hoping, but
Well, hopefully this helps. So
Yeah.
there you go. It's the pancake breakfast at the Sugar Shack. It's the Kiwanis Club of Sault Ste. Marie. I want to thank Jim St. Jules for being here this morning. Best of luck to you, and thanks to all of you, all of the volunteers from Kiwanis.
Thank you.
Who do
Thank you.
such great work in the community for the kids.
it's all for the children.
All
That's
for
right.
the children.
Right.
And we'll be back with the Humane Society on Fur and Feathers Friday after this brief message from our sponsor. Stay with us. My favorite day of the week, Cindy Ross. It's Fur and Feathers Friday, and Cindy's here from the Humane Society. Are you the executive director? What's your title? Director,
Manager, yeah.
Manager of the
Yeah.
Humane Society. Wow, I got the big boss in today. Laura's on holiday.
Sick leave.
She's having some work done. Oh, look at this beautiful girl. This is Georgie girl. Georgie, hey there, Georgie girl, walking down the street so fancy free. This is Georgie girl. Georgie girl is, we figure, a lab something.
Love something.
Lab something. How old do you think?
Between 6 and 7.
Between
Yeah.
6. Hey, Georgie girl.
Just stay here. Yeah.
Georgie.
George, come on.
She's between 6 and 7 years
Yep.
old. She has come into this place absolutely like not a care in the world.
No.
And She also listens. Can you sit, Georgie girl? Georgie, can you sit? You can sit for me? You're very smart. She's got beautiful brown eyes. Her teeth look good. She's came off the streets.
Yeah.
Somebody didn't take care of her.
No, she wasn't very. She's had a pretty unsettled life. We've come to discover. So
Really? Look at all the little white.
which would probably be accountable for her easygoing attitude about coming and going and all of this here. She's not concerned about.
Not concerned about it.
But she's had a lack of care in her life. That's
A lack
for sure.
of care and
Yeah.
a number of litters. You're guessing? I saw.
Oh, for certain.
She's
Yeah.
You have some teats going on down there, don't
Yeah.
you, girl?
Yep.
A lot of litters, and she's not yet spayed, but that's in the works. Cindy?
Yeah, next week.
You're going to get your
Yeah.
tubes tied next week.
Yeah.
How's that? You're going to be all taken care of. She had some ear issues.
Yeah, she had a severe ear infection. That's
Did
why
she?
took a bit for her to make it to the adoption side.
Because you had to get her fixed up
Yeah,
first.
we had to make sure we were going to get through that. It was
See,
pretty
now,
bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is something that we don't just think that dogs get dropped off the Humane Society and then just get recycled back out again. These folks like Cindy and the gang make sure these dogs are brought back to good health before they're put up for adoption. That costs money.
Yes, it does.
So, is there anything going on right now for fundraising that we can help with, Cindy? Is there
Not
any way?
right at the moment. Our next one on the horizon starts the beginning of May. We're doing our outdoor raffle again, so we'll be selling tickets starting the beginning of May.
Does the Humane Society benefit from license fees? Does that help you survive?
It does.
Because we just got ours.
Did you? Good for you.
Yeah, no, we got the
Yes.
notice saying that it was time.
It was due. It was your renewal
And
notice. Yeah.
Can I tell you how easy it was?
Yeah.
I did it online.
Yeah.
I just all I
Super
had to do
easy.
was I didn't even have to enter my dog's information. I put my name, my address.
Yeah.
I paid this. I think it was. Is it $20 a dog?
It depends. 10, 20, or 50 are the different license
Mine were
fees.
my 3 at 20. So I did a $60, and yesterday the tags arrived with all the paperwork telling me which tag was for which dog. Ta-da! It was
Yeah.
the easiest process I've gone through.
Once
you
we
mail
have
it right
you
to
in
me.
the system, it's easy. It's easy to do.
With my
and
dog's names and everything on it.
I think a couple months ago I was here talking to Lan about our wonderful new animal care and control bylaw that we have, and that's what the licensing supports. It supports us enforcing all of those new provisions in our animal care and control bylaw, which
Okay.
are super important in our community.
So, and other than that, fundraising donations, I mean, donations are a great
Donations
thing,
are
right?
huge.
Remember that too. I mean, a lot
Huge.
of people, I don't mean to sound morose, but a lot of people choose for when they pass,
Yes.
in lieu of flowers, make a
Yes.
donation to the Humane Society.
Yes.
I always think that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that, baby, exactly. So she's going to be spayed next week.
Yeah.
So she'll be able to go home with somebody. How long after that?
We usually ask them to wait a day after the
That's
spay,
all, eh?
just to make sure.
Does she get to wear a cone on her head?
Some of them do. It depends on how
She's
if they're
so
bothering the
nice.
incision site.
How is she with
So,
other dogs? Do you know yet?
She just doesn't seem to
She's
really
just-
care about anything.
What a
She's like, we have shelter
Beautiful
cats
nature.
that roam about freely.
She
and
doesn't care about the cats.
doesn't bother her.
Wow, you're a look. Yes, I love you too. I love you too, ladies
a
and gentlemen.
good girl.
Please don't let this
a
dog
good
go without a
girl.
home. She's beautiful. She's going to be $120.
Yes.
And but you're getting her completely healthy and spayed for that price. So go and visit our friend Cindy at the Humane Society, and your weekend hours.
We are open noon to 5 Saturday, Sunday, and 11 to 5 during the week.
And 11 to 5 during the week. Thanks for being
Okay,
here.
thanks for having us.
You always make Friday a lot of fun for us. And even though Luann doesn't like dogs, she
cares.
cares.
She does.
We all care. We'll be back with Luann to say goodbye on Morning with Luann and Tim right after this. There's a special place in Hades for people who let a dog like that
Oh my gosh.
end up as sick as she was when the Humane Society took her in.
Shame.
Shame.
I'm afraid of dogs, and like I'm not an animal person in general, but I've called police on people because you cannot mistreat an animal.
No.
It's horrible that happens.
Our humane society is I just think they're fabulous.
They're so wasn't she a nice dog too?
A beautiful dog. Why would you allow a dog like that to get sick, ear infected, not fix her? Oh, people, take care of your pets.
Please.
And take care of each other.
Have a great weekend while you're doing it. See you Monday morning.